want to go to the gym, but the thing is, there might be just so many people there. That's the thing, bro. Uh, there might be so many people there, bro. So I'm gonna head to the. I mean, I don't know. We'll see, bro. If there's a lot of people there, I'm not gonna go, bro. I'm not gonna go. Honestly, bro. I don't like when there's too many people. It's a small gym, and there's like when there gets to be like 8 people in there, it's just there's no space to do anything. This motherfucker here in the aerobic room. This dude's on the weights. This person's on treadmills. And I'm not saying like they can't do that. They're allowed to. They're entitled to do that. I'm just saying that when there's a lot of people in that small gym, it's just not. It's not that fun. I like to move around and stuff and get my workout in. That's like a rich person's like private gym. That's what that gym is. It's not that big. It's like a private gym, like a rich person's private gym. Like if you had that in a house, that would be an amazing gym. But for like a recreational gym, it's not a big gym, bro. It's a small gym. It's a town gym. It's an apartment gym. It's not a big gym. Now some apartment gyms are probably big, but this shit is not, bro. It's not that big, bro. I just want to get some cardio in. That's what I really want to do. I just want to really get some cardio in. It's like that's what I'm really feeling. My muscles like disappearing, armpit hair and shit. But it is what it is. What's I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, bro. I don't know. Like the things I talked about yesterday, which is like how things get created. It's like I don't really know at the end of the day how something can get created. Um, I'm just trying to theorize it. Like, yeah, there's probably that. I mean, there's probably that deeper part of the mind that has access to creating stuff. I would imagine on the deeper, subtle level, and not like yeah, just to create something. Like, I mean, you're a human here. Yeah, do you have the ability to create something? I believe like you do have the ability to create something. Like you gotta have some type of like control over the will or control over life in terms of like what you want to create. Otherwise, life would just be like you're a slave. I'd like to imagine, I don't know, that us humans have direct um, influence on creating a certain thing in the exterior world. I know it's possible to do it on the inside, but I'm talking about like direct influence on the exterior world. Like it's gotta be possible, right? Yeah. And like how much of it is physical effort? Obviously, there's other things that need to be into place, like time, place. That's a big thing. The time and the place, like everything starting to align. The emotion, all these things. I mean, you have direct influence on your thought and on your emotion and I guess on your effort. But the thing is, like, what do you put your effort to? You know, what do you put your effort to? Like, especially something that's like, especially something that's not tangible in your universe. So somebody who is we got to take the most extreme case because this is something I learned from. But somebody who is in the forest, and they play with sticks and shit, like that's their life. They hunt but that, let's say hypothetically, that person sees a tourist, right? That nature person sees a tourist or a country person, and all they know is their country life. They don't have any internet or nothing, but they see a magazine or something of a person, you know, acting in a movie or something, or singing in a studio, or singing in front of thousands of people, and that person gets an idea. It's like whatever that person is doing, I want to do, but that person lives in a country isolated away from everything. So he has no tangible means of how to get it done, but he wants to get it done. Like, can he get it done? I believe he can get it done. It's just like, where does he go? Like, how does the stars align for him to get it done if there's no tangible thing in front of him, right? Like, there's no cameras, there's no studio, there's no nothing. Maybe music might be a little bit easier because you can just sing, you can, play instruments. That's more tangible. But acting or something in front of like a studio or in front of to do a movie, it's for a country boy, it's not, or a country girl, it's not something that's really tangible that you just get your hands on, especially being out there in the country. miles away from civilization. So it's like, how does that person create something? How do you create something that has never been created before? You know what I mean? The invention to create the Iron Man suit in exact likeness to Marvel. It's an idea. Society will tell you it's not possible. They will keep telling you all these excuses of why it's not possible until you do it. And then they're like, oh shit, he actually did it. And then now everybody says it's possible. And then they explain how exactly you did it. It's like, it works like this and fucking like this, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's how everything works. Somebody starts like, oh, you'll never make a plane. Oh, that car will never move. Oh, no, that's not possible. They end up doing it. Oh, wow, it's possible. This is how it works. So the Iron Man suit, to the to the to the average person, it's fictional. It's not real. It's not possible. But until someone, puts their mind to it and actually makes it happen, now it's all of a sudden possible. Look at the universe. Look at the grand scheme of the universe. To say that this stuff isn't possible is just it's very limited thinking. Like, yeah, it could, it's possible. It's possible. Like, anything is possible. Is it probable? Will it happen? You don't know. You don't really know. It's up to the individual to see. But like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, how does a person cultivate that aspect in order to create when there's no tangible things in their environment that's going to say that they can do it? You know, is it thought? Is it emotion? Is it knowing that it's done? In the Bible, it says, when you pray, believe you have received, and you shall receive. Is it that type of conviction that you just know it's already a reality, like your conscious dream that you've created? Like in your dream, you want to be in a hotel. You just go in the hotel. But can you make that hotel perspective of you being in a hotel, can you make it real, and can you make it a reality here? Is it a possibility? When you want to go do something, it's a thought first, an emotion to go do it, and you do it. But that's in your immediate experience. But let's say you want to do something that's not in your immediate experience or environment. The same principle applies, right? Where you think that you want to do it, you have an emotion to wanting to do it, and then eventually the situations and circumstances will align themselves. You'll be inclined to go do the thing that you've been thinking and feeling that you wanted to do, or in a more deeper sense, that you've been doing already in your experience. It's just now it's time for reality to catch up to what you've already been experiencing. I wanted to make this video, so I thought about making the video. I felt that I wanted to make a video, so I'm making the video. But it's in my immediate experience. Somebody wants to make $1,000. They think about making $1,000. They feel that they want to make $1,000. So then they make $1,000. But it's like they're embodying the $1,000 feeling before it ever even happens. And what needs to happen happens. And they do what's needed. Like the situations will present what is needed. I'm just trying to pinpoint exactly how this creation thing works. I'm not saying I'm a master. I'm just, looking at life and how things work. Somebody thinks, they feel, they do. Think, feel, do. I become aware of it. But how does it work when something's not in your immediate experience? Like that mystical part that like has a person enter into your life, giving you an opportunity, or you see something, you take an inspiration, an energetic like magnet to go do something, even though you're not consciously thinking about that it's going to relate to the thing that you've been wanting to achieve, but it like puts you in a certain area that is like essentially aligning you to that. Am I talking in La La Land, right? Because most people just mess with tangible things, meaning I get up and I go do this work. They think, they feel, and they go do the work. Very simple, which will obviously lead to success as well, right? Because they believe it's going to lead to the success. But what about something not tangible? Like somebody wants $10,000. They have no idea how they're going to make that 10,000. No idea. No idea how they're going to make 100,000. But they think about making $100,000. They feel about making $100,000. And eventually things align to them making $100,000, where they let go of the idea of fear and the idea of it not being possible. They completely let that go. And eventually they get magnetized to go do it. That's what I like to think happens when somebody does something or somebody creates something, is they're thinking about it, they're feeling about it, and then they don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but the ideas pop in their head when they really get into that groove. The ideas pop in their head, the serendipities, the people they need to meet, the confidence that they need to have enters their experience. It just all works out in accordance to the degree of their, you know, naturalness to the thing. That's what I like to think. That's what I like to think. But how do I know? I don't know, because I don't have too much experience with it, which I'm obviously trying to have more experience with it. The only thing I've had experience with this thing where I've consciously done it, because I'm probably always doing it in the background, but the only conscious experience I have with it is when I found $20 on the ground. That's about it. Where like I've noticed, like I've consciously created that, right? But we gotta see. I mean, we have the only way to find out is if you actually test it out and test the theory out, right? So that's what we're doing. I'm not saying that it isn't possible. I have an open mind, and I'd like to believe that this is how it works. Your thought, your emotion aligned in a certain vibration, and then what needs to happen happens automatically. You get the ideas, the hunches, and all that stuff. Depending on the naturalness of your feeling, depending on the let goingness of your feeling, it happens. But I'm gonna keep practicing. We'll see the theory. So that's the end of this clip, and yeah.